Please just take your seat. I'm a pastor, so I'll be using a lot of praise the Lord and those kind of things. So, even though it's supposed to be like a seminar, but I would make it look like church a bit. Okay. Good morning, everybody. It's good to see you. I'm always one of the reasons why when I usually do these seminars, we usually charge a gate fee, even though this one is free. One of the reasons why is because I like to spend my time and energy with people that have a passion for life. Usually a small fee, like 1,000 naira or 2,000 naira, can usually separate the loafers from the real people. And you see, the funny thing is that in life, that is how life is. Challenges and prices. Not necessarily money all the time. Sometimes the price you pay might not be money. It might be the distance. It might be some other thing. Those prices and all those challenges are the things that separate the guy that is going to achieve something with his life and the guy that will keep telling stories. So sometimes that's why I would like to charge for these things. I was on my BlackBerry, I talked about this program, and somebody told me that, Pastor, they told me I wish I could come and all that, I can't come. I said, okay. They now said I should tell him what the program is about. I said, I cannot start typing the whole thing. Get the CD of the program. He now said, for free or for sale. You see, those are the guys I'm talking about. He wants to get the CD for free. Even if it's sand, even sand that we meet here on the earth, people pay for it. He wants CD for free. So usually a small token can have a way of separating people that are serious and people that are not. How many of you enjoyed Babake? You're not showing it. The guy that did comment, his name Babake. Amazing guy. We totally enjoyed it. But you were using Una Church. You are married, my daughter. You're not part of the family. You're not in our church again. Our church now. Praise God. Well done. God bless you. We appreciate your gift. We appreciate your gift. You can clap for him. You're not saying the threat now. Okay. This morning we're talking about school is for lazy people. School is for lazy people. Before I go on, I need to say that the seminar is not about telling people not to go to school. That's not what it's about. So nobody should be angry. It's not about that. We believe in school. In fact, we are working on running a primary school. We also have people in scholarship in schools, in universities. So we believe in school. Praise the Lord. We believe in school. So that's not the point. School is for lazy people is summarized into one phrase. School is for lazy people is saying, if you are depending on school for your education, then you are a lazy person. That's the summary of what I'm saying today. If you are depending on school for your education, then you are a lazy person. If school is your last hope or your only hope for an education, then you are a lazy person. That means you want somebody else to do all your studying for you. You want someone else to tell you everything that you need to know in life. And life itself is not programmed that way. Life is packaged like a mystery that you are meant to unravel by yourself because your own life is peculiar to you, is unique to you. So if you are depending on school to give you your education, then you are lazy about it because you don't want to do the studying yourself. Education is mandatory, school is not. Education is mandatory, school is not. That means you must not get the education from school alone. And if you have happened to go to school, then you cannot learn just what you are taught. In fact, I like to say it this way. learn more than what you are taught. You must constantly learn more than what you are taught. In fact, the really educated guy is the guy that has learned more than he was taught. It's the guy that has taken time to observe, to process the information that has come to him. That is the real intelligent guy. That is the real educated guy. Most times, Africans see an education as a certificate. If you are here and that is your mindset, and you see, unfortunately for us, when we're young especially, that was the impression the older people gave us, that you just need a certificate. So most of us were in class cramming what was being taught, not to understand it, but just to get the paper. Learning the craft is more important than getting the certificate. If you don't have the certificate and you have the craft, you will make it. If you don't have the craft and you have the certificate, you will still not make it. Learn the craft. The real educated guy is the guy that has learned the skill, that has actually learned the craft. I was saying in church yesterday, I have a cousin. I saw on his BlackBerry DP, he said, "Thank you, Lord, for deliverance and all that from fire and things like that." So, I'm a very observant person. That's how I do my own learning, from practical things. So I quickly asked him, what happened? And he said that his generator caught fire. Me being an inquisitive person, I said, "Were you trying to fuel a generator that is on?" He said, "Yes." I said, "You were pouring fuel in a generator that is on?" He said, "Yes." I said, "What did you study in school?" You know why? Because he's a graduate, he works in a bank. There are too many people that have the certificate. They are probably something big somewhere in their office, but they have left out the real learning. They won't teach you that in school, that don't fuel a generator that is on. They won't tell you that. My brother, if you try it, if you know how many people that have gotten burnt offering. You see, that knowledge is not taught in school, it's taught in life. It's taught by observation, it's taught by learning. And it can determine your life. It can be an issue of life or death. That is how there are many other things in this life that they will not teach you in school, but those things are even more vital to your existence and your success than what they taught you in school. Education is mandatory, school is not. And if you are going to go to school at all, make sure you learn more than what you are taught. Make sure you give yourself a real good education, not just what you are taught. A lot of the things that we teach in schools, they don't even inspire inspire people's minds. They are usually stale knowledge that somebody else has researched. And you see, the interesting thing, they now score you on your ability to repeat what you were told. That's the laziest person in the class. The person that could repeat what he was told. That's not the guy we are looking for. We're looking for the guy that can even upgrade what he was told. We're looking for a guy that can show us a different angle of what he was told. Those are the guys we like. Not the guy that they told him 1 + 1 is 2. Say after me, 1 + 1 is 2. And he says after 1 + 1 is 2, they give 100 mark. Really? That's the dance. I'm looking for a guy that can investigate it. Because it is that curious mind. It is that inquisitive mind. Those are the guys that have built this world. The guys that have said, why not? The guys that have said, why? Do you understand? This microphone, when they first made it, it had wires. I'm sure somebody kept thinking, why can't we have the one that does not have wire? That's the real guy, not the guy that copies the one that has wire. We don't need the guy that has copied the one somebody has already discovered. We need the guy that can say, why can't we improve it? And check the guys that control the world. They are the guys that think like that. Another person saw this one and said, why must I even hold the mic? Can we do a mic that they can pin? And the person's 2 hands will be free. Those are the guys that really control this world. And unfortunately, most of those kind of people are very bored with stale knowledge. Let me tell you, as a human being, your mind is divided into 2 sides. The first side is the side that does memory. Those are the guys that do well in a formal school. They are good with memory. The thing they teach them in class, they remember it. The things they read. Because what makes somebody fail or succeed in an exam is that one remembered what he was taught. You understand? And he wrote it out. The other one had no clue. He couldn't remember. So, we have made it look like the guy that remembers what he was taught is the brilliant guy. And that is what I'm against today. That is not the brilliant guy. That is your lodo.
Hi there, can I invite you to church? Any of these Sundays on the mainland, we have service starts for 7:30 a.m. and the second service from 9 a.m. The venue is Faglem's bus stop behind the PHCN office at Amodofin, Lagos. And if you stay anywhere on the island, our service on the island starts for 10 a.m. The venue is right beside Meadow Hall Schools, after third roundabout in Lekki, Lagos. I look forward to seeing you there. You'll be my special guest for this.
Or in fact, he's not an olodo, but let's say it this way, he has a different set of strength. It doesn't make him superior to the guy that cannot remember what he was taught. If somebody gets what I'm saying? You have two sides of your mind. The first part of it remembers things, is the memory. The second part of it is for imagination. Catch this. Oh. The first part of your mind is for memory. That one can recollect things. That one, except you're an accountant or something like that, or somebody that keeps records, that one is not so useful. The second part of you, the second part of your mind is the part of it that is into imagination. That one is always dreaming. That one is always seeing how things can be. That one is not interested in how things are. He's always seeing how things can be. That is the real one that makes a difference in this life. But unfortunately, from when we were young, we were trained to develop the one that only remembers. You are appreciated for remembering what you were taught. Nobody is encouraging you to create. You know a puzzle, is a maze. You know maze. Maze is something that they put many roads to the thing. You're supposed to be tracing the road to find the thing. It's a maze. They gave my daughter one of those things as an assignment or something. She's supposed to follow it through the road and get to the point. When we gave her the thing and gave her biro, that you follow the maze to this thing, she didn't follow. She just drew from word point A. She drew straight line. Why am I going to be going around the maze? Now she was I think, about 2 years old then. I appreciated that than for her to follow the maze. I need somebody that is thinking outside the box. That particular gift will make her more successful in this life than following the ordinary old things that somebody has been saying for years. The problem with what we call formal education today is that they are judging all of us based on the strengths of a few people. Left to me, if I have a chance to really change the educational system, I'll make it in a way that nobody fails in class. Because that's what God made. There is really no failure. People are just different. The problem is that we've allowed a few people to use their own standard to determine whether we are good or not. Let me explain what I'm saying. When God created everything, every animal, every being, He gave them peculiar strengths. For instance, He made the fish to do what? To swim. The fish doesn't need to go to a school to learn how to swim. The fish doesn't need somebody to give him a certificate of swimming, that you are now authorized to swim. The fish was born with what? The ability to swim. Listen, everything you need to make it in this life was already packaged inside you when you came. Don't let anybody call you a failure. God has not made any failure. Everything you need to be great, to be who you want to be, has already been packaged inside. You are not going to import it into you. It's already inside you. If the fish doesn't need to learn how to swim, doesn't need to go to school to swim, doesn't need a certificate to swim, he has naturally. If the bird doesn't need any certificate to fly, he doesn't need to go to pilot school to fly. He doesn't need to learn how to use a compass to fly. Everything the bird needs to fly has already been put inside it from the day it was made. Am I correct? Then the two of them decide to form a general jungle or a general family or a general government. And they said, we'll be giving certificates inside water. So they say, bird, come inside water and let's measure your swimming. The fish will always come first in class. The bird will always come what? Last in class. You can't use water to determine who is smart amongst two of them. The fish is smart in water, but the bird is smart on the air. That's how human beings are made. Everybody is made uniquely. By the way, in case you don't know, it's not God that made school. School is not bad, don't get me wrong, but it's not God that made it. It was a group of people that are academicians, which are good, it's not bad. But they have now made it as if you don't do well in this our area of strength, then you are not a smart person. You were made successful when God created you. When you go through school sometimes, they will now tell you are not successful. They say you have failed. Poor attempt. Average mark. Try harder next. They'll start telling you, they'll start brainwashing you basically to tell you that how God made you is not good enough. The guy that doesn't do well in class is not doing well not because he's dunce, but because he's not interested in. Let me read something one guy said here. He's not interested in how he's being taught. This guy's name is Paul Arden. He's a great guy. I love his book. I finished this book almost on one sitting. And I don't read that much. Or let me say I read slowly. But I almost finished this book in one sitting. This book is titled, Whatever You Think the Opposite. It's a good book to get. I think one of the lady that sells books, I don't know if she brought it, but she usually can get it for you. Lady that sells books outside. Listen to the guy. He said, going to university usually means I don't know what to do with my life. It sounds funny, but there's a lot of truth in it. Let me continue. Let me start again. Going to university usually means I don't know what to do with my life, so I'll go to university. Now, after I explain some of these things, I will show you the facts to prove to you that all these things we are saying is the truth. The facts are there, but the funny thing about human beings is that even though the facts are there, we all keep deceiving ourselves and going in one direction. The facts are there to show that the people that control this world are not in school, or they didn't even finish school. They can't finish school. Because I told you, their minds are the imaginative one. You can't keep telling them what you are. It was the same lecturer that taught Bill Gates in Harvard that also taught Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates, they dropped out and they are all both billionaires today. It was the same lecturer. The guy said two of them had the same behavior in school. They're not satisfied with what you're saying. They want to research. They want to study. You're tired of what are you telling me? Keypad, mouse. Those two of them, they had an inquisitive mind, and it showed. Those two people couldn't have sat down to wait for you to finish. You are slow. We are reading chapter 1. The guy can't wait. And it shows in two of them now. Because those guys, they probably use more of their imaginative side. It shows from their job now. That they can't use the memory side. That one is slow. But you see, the school system will say two of them are dropouts. Then they will tell the people that have finished that you are the correct person. That one doesn't do anything. He's living the same old boring life. Wake up, go to work, come back, traffic, sleep, wake up, go to work, come back. Boring. No? Always complaining. Always complaining. Kind of salary they're paying. That kind of life. Boring. We'll read the facts. The facts are there. The facts are there to show us that the guys that control this world, even the guys that run politics, is it the education that is using to run politics? He said, what it takes to win an election has nothing to do with school. The guys that run this world, the real education is compulsory, but if you are depending on school to get it, you're wasting your time because life is bigger than school. Life is too advanced. Let me read this. Going to university usually means I don't know what to do with my life, so I'll go to university. He said a gap year confirms this. Because you have to wait secondary school to university, it takes 1 year. You have to wait outside school. They are delaying tactics. Some people are lucky enough to know what they want to do early in life. The majority have great difficulty in putting their assets to useful purpose. He said, I feel sorry for these people. It isn't easy for them. He said, but going to university is not going to solve their problem. whereas going to work will. He was just trying to say, instead of going to university, go to work. He said, if you start work at 18, you are 5 years ahead of someone starting at 23. Very important. At 23, for all your education, you will still be the office junior. If you get your career decisions wrong when you are young, you can alter course. But at 28 or older, it's a bit late to find out you are in the wrong job. So don't go to university unless the subject of your learning is close to your heart. Go to work and do your learning in the school of life. Very important. He's saying instead of just, I'm not saying he's not going to university. The guy is just trying to make a point. Let me continue. He said, Mom, I failed my exams. He now wrote disaster, question mark. He said disaster? He said, no, it's an achievement. See what he said? It's commonplace to do all right or be somewhere in the middle. It's commonplace to do all right. I'm just all right, I'm passing. Or be somewhere in the middle. Being bottom or near the bottom has merit. He said, it means you are not interested in the run-of-the-mill way in which you are being taught. He said, your mind is elsewhere, fantasizing. He said, many people who bottomed out at school have gone to be rich and successful. Not due to their past marks, but because of their imagination. That's what I was telling you. He said, so in order to succeed in your failure, you have to think of your failed situation as a good place to start from. He said, good marks will not secure you an interesting life. He said, your imagination will.
Hi there. Can I invite you to church? Any of these Sundays on the mainland, we have service starts for 7:30 a.m. and the second service from 9 a.m. The venue is Faglem's bus stop behind the PHCN office at Amodofin, Lagos. And if you stay anywhere on the island, our service on the island starts for 10 a.m. The venue is right beside Meadow Hall Schools, after third roundabout in Lekki, Lagos. I look forward to seeing you there. You'll be my special guest.